Hello everybody, this is Nemodius. I'm the leader of the Kingdom Ashes of Creation, and tonight I am excited to be with you once again because today I'm going to do the third video in the series that I'm making right now about the Merc Crit Master and the focused builds to hopefully find a way to deal with the individual dragons that you face in Kingdom Defense. Tonight I'm going to have a yellow dragon, and I'm going to be slotting in something I think might work well. Normally in this build I like to run all green, but all green spells so that I can keep my mastery and all that stuff. But tonight I'm going to go ahead and try this one right here. I'm going to slot in Dark Machination, and what it does is convert 6 yellow gems to purple with a 60% chance to also create 3 skulls. So instead of just playing keep away and trying to use my spells with an all green build, I'm going to try to take away his mana and turn it into a profit for me with some extra skulls so that I can hopefully make some big crits and do some big damage to this dragon. So tonight that's what I'm going to go for. So let's jump right in and see how it does. Not really sure, never done it before, so we'll see together. This is a tier 15. It doesn't have Spirit Shield on it today. The guild wanted to go ahead and try it without it this time. So that's where I'm going to be. We've still got quite a bit of damage left on it, so I'm hoping for some big damage because I'd like to get this thing killed. So hopefully this build performs well. So let's jump right in, and I will either succeed or fail. Okay, so we got a pretty decent start board. Let me turn up some volume here so I can hear it. Got a pretty decent start board. Got some... Okay, so we got yellow mana, but this spell is fed by purple. So this is going to be a little challenging because not only am I going to have to match my own mana, I'm going to have to keep his away, but I'm also going to have to match purple to make this work too. So yeah, it may be a little challenging, so we'll see how this works because I'm going to have a lot going on with trying to make matches everywhere. Yeah, I'm trying to get mine and some of his, or some of the purple that I need. Plus, luckily on the opening board I got a match of his right away. I can take some more of his away, because until I get this spell right here built up, I won't be able to convert his yellow gems anyway, so it ain't going to hurt me to go ahead and take some of his right now. I'm going to go ahead and take this green for my last turn. And actually, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn it down, the speed, because I want to be able to see what's going on. So I'm going to start fighting the battles in slower motion. I know that's probably going to make the video go longer, and I'm sorry, but I want to be able to see what's going on a lot better. So I'm going to take this move right here, and that's going to cycle the board. See what happens. Had some pretty good green matches on there, and I still didn't fill my spells completely. I was tinkering with my Citadel, and because we lost chip damage, I decided to go ahead and take some points out of Green Mastery and put them in Power instead, because I was pretty much all in on Green Mastery and none in Power. But now I've got about 20 points in Power, and I can definitely feel the fill rate change that I have going on here. I'm not really sure I like that because I really like my spells to get full fast. I want them full every single turn, and if I hadn't had 2 5-gem matches on that last turn, I wouldn't have even filled them all. So I may have to go back in there and add some of that power that I put in Power back into my Green Mastery so that I can fill them spells better. Okay, so this is going to be the first chance that I get to use this. it's going to be cool because I've got some yellow gems. It converts 6. It doesn't say up to 6. It says, or a range. It actually says 6. So at this level, epic level, if I went up to legendary, it would be 7 and then maybe another skull gem. I'm not, or maybe just a higher percentage. I'm not sure how that works. But right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have enough spells on the board to actually make this worthwhile. And one of the things that's going to be super cool about it is I'm also going to get to take advantage of my red gems convert to skulls from my Asgard belt when I hit it. So that's another bonus as well. So we'll see how many of those I got. 3. I got 3 skull gems. Well, actually, that may have been just from the spell. I'm not sure. Let's see. 3 skull gems. Yeah, so that was probably 3 skull gems created from the spell, and then I didn't really notice whether any of the reds turned to skulls or not. But maybe we'll get some here. So we'll up our crit chance. I should have looked at where I was at before I hit that for the first time, so you can kind of get an idea. I also put some of my Citadel points into critical hit damage bonus where I didn't have them there before. So as you can see, I'm starting off at, pretty decent damage bonus. I'm at 25% right now. I guess take that out of it and maybe that, I don't know. Math, I don't know. But anyway, that's where, I'm starting, other than I just popped that spell off one time right there. Find weakness. Okay, so not really going to do me a whole lot of good to cast this right now, other than to just get the reds to convert. So I probably should save it, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. I got 3 on that. That was a good one. And then let's look and see what kind of purple matches we got going on, because we want to fill this back again so that we can continue to keep his mana from generating for him. So with 6 turns left, I'm going to take this purple match, and I've got one already. I'm going to go ahead and line these in here, and I'll get 6 right there. So that's going to be huge. So that'll definitely fill that spell right there, so I'm not going to worry about that spell anymore. I'm going to go ahead and cast this and get some green out there because I want to fill my spells back again. So I'm going to take this one and this one. And then basically all I really got left that I can do is just try to slide some more purple in, but honestly I'm already pretty much there. Yeah, that ended the board, or cycled the board. So good crit to start off with. Turn 2 crit. That's awesome. And he hit me and then got some yellow. He didn't get any yellow. So now I have this spell full again because I've been getting some really good drops on purple. So that's helped me keep this spell full almost every turn. When I cast it again, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unless I create something else going on here. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait to cast this until I see what I do with my greed, because I might actually cause some more yellow to pop in and then I can get the full effect from this. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this to bump up my crit, cast my greed so that I can get my greed going for this hopefully next turn. This one's going to get rid of some of that yellow, and this one's going to get rid of some of that yellow. So maybe I'm going to cast this first before I pop these 2 greed off, because I have 3, 4, 5 sitting there right now, and if I pop this one, that will take that one out, and that will take these 2 out, and then I'll only get 2 skulls. So I'm going to go ahead and activate it first, and I did get it. Okay, cool. So they did pop to skulls. I got some off the Asgard Bandolier and then some off that too. So now I can go ahead and cycle these greed and make sure I get the effect of that. Okay, let's do it. We'll bump up our crit, get us some greed going. Get some greed going, and I've got some more yellow dropped in now. Not optimal, because now he has the opportunity to possibly match something. But we'll see what we can do when I turn when I pop this one off and see if maybe some of that will turn into green instead. Just want to check real quick and make sure I'm not missing anything important before I pop this one off. So now I got 7 turns to clean up the green. Get as much as I can. Well, no. I'm not sure if one of his yellow turned into green right there or not. I don't remember. Okay, we're going to get that. Can't really see. Let's get this one. Can't really see anything I can do with those. I can get this one. And that looks like that's about as much damage as I can do with after I move this one in. I'm not sure if it's going to cycle the board, but I'm going to go ahead and pop this one off. Yep. Okay, here we go. A lot of bonuses going off. Got another crit. Should start getting them pretty reliably per turn. Oh, he matched some mana that time. Wow, he had a really good drop in with some of that yellow. That hurt because now he's almost halfway. We don't have a spirit shield on him, so he's going to get full mana gain this time. So I need to be careful with what I'm doing here. I'm playing with this spell, so it's hard to know when to actually use that and when not to. Because I'm still trying to learn it, feel it for this build. Okay, we'll do that. We can take some of his mana and turn it into skulls. +1 skull gem. I don't know if that was from the bandolier because the spell would have did 3 if it did, and it didn't seem to go off. So, oh well, no big deal. Now we have plenty of purple, and we can power the spell again. What's smart? What is smart right here? Get some more purple. Yeah, I don't really know. Don't really see anything else I can do. I think this may cycle the board, so we'll see. Nope. Well, that one did. Okay, so I got a cleanse. Didn't really need it. But he's fixing to put blind on me this turn. So that would have been when I need the cleanse, really. Okay, so now I got blinded. And what I had kind of hoped this spell would do would be to help me convert so many skulls that I could have a better chance of getting a blind. And honestly, with how much purple has been dropping in, it almost looks like it's going to be maybe possible to get a cleanse, I meant to say, sorry. Get a full column so I can get a cleanse. It may be possible to get a cleanse with the purple that's going to be on the board because all these are going to convert. Yeah, let's can't get a cleanse with what's out there right now. Okay, let's see what damage we can do if we do this first. Okay, I can almost get a cleanse with the purple that's showing now. Doggone it, so close. Couldn't get a cleanse with these skulls though. So see, that's what I was hoping the side effect from this spell would be. Making so many skulls that when you get a condition and you need a cleanse, you have a higher chance of getting one because you have so many skulls out there. So this is right here what I was hoping would happen. So there's going to be my cleanse to get rid of my blind. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw some greed out, see what we can do with that. I need to keep my mana production up, so I'm looking for green. Okay, some yellows dropping in. But we're getting a lot of purple. And see, I could have got another cleanse with purple right there. So that's what I'm talking about. We're making so many skulls and purple gems that, yeah, this is working out pretty good. Unless he gets some really heavy cascades, this should work pretty good, it seems like. Maybe some of these will change to green. Oh, and they all did. All of his yellow mana changed to green. Ha ha! That's funny. That is funny. That's a slap in the face right there, boys. Move it here and I'll get some purple and skulls out of it. And let's get some green. Alright, there we go. We're cleansing. And we're gonna, hopefully he don't get a lot of mana. He got, that was my match. Got a big nasty crit. He didn't get crap for mana. So the keep away with this spell is working rather well. Now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the board, and I'm going to take those from him. So that's really working well. Let's go ahead and bump up our crit. Possibly get some skulls. Let's take his mana, get some skulls. Okay, very good. Very good. I don't need a cleanse again, so I'm not really worried about looking for that, even though I got one right here. I had a cleanse if I needed it. So that's that in action again. Let's throw some greed out and see what happens. Let's lock this in and do this. Okay, so he dropped some mana in, but let's take it away. And let's take it away again. And he still got 2. But I got a bump to my crit. So let's just pause and look and see where we're at with crit. Power's bumped up. Critical hit chance is at 92%. Critical hit damage bonus 621%. So we're climbing. We're climbing. I should reliably crit almost every time now. If I don't, something's wrong with the math on something, because it's so high that it shouldn't miss a crit now. Okay, so I got 9 turns left. So I'm going to be free with my turns and lock some skulls in. I'm going to change to green. Possibly get some red ones to pop. Yep, got that one. Let's get that. Let's get, what else can we get? What else can we get? Boys, let's do it. Get some green. Okay, that cycled the board. Big nasty crit, come on. He got some yellow drop in, so he's going to get that one. Okay, he got a 726,000 crit. He's getting this one, and I think that's all he's going to get. Oh, and he got a cascade too. Dadgummit. Whew, that pushed him up there. He's getting close. So we got to be careful. His next spell that he's going to use on the next turn will probably be all he does that turn. Convert 7 skull gems to yellow gems. So now what I want to make sure I do when I end this turn is I want to make sure that I try to clear off all the skull gems that I can, because I don't want to fuel this for him, because that would put too much yellow on the board. Right now he has 3 yellow on the board. So what I'm actually thinking about doing is trying to get some more yellow to drop in real quick. So this one would be a good one to use, because it's going to clear this way and this way, so it won't interfere with the yellow that's already out here. And that did not work. If I pop this one off, it's going to take away the 2 yellow that I have, and I can't guarantee that more will drop in there. So I'm actually not going to use it, because I don't want to get rid of this yellow before I cast this. I may use it after I cast this. We'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast this first, because 3 is better than nothing. Hopefully I don't end up causing a bunch of yellow to drop in right here and wish I would have saved it. Okay, no, it didn't. Get that. Alright, 1 dropped in. No big deal. Let's create some skulls. We're going for a big crit this time. Let's make some skulls. Oh yeah, nice, nice, nice. Let's make some more skulls. Come on, belt. Oh, I didn't get it that time on the belt. Let's lock that in. Oh, and that cycled the board. I was not ready to do that because I wanted to use my green spell. Dadgummit. And now he's going to match some yellow. He got to use his spell. Dadgummit, I was not ready to do that, but I got lucky because when he uses this spell or this spell, that seems to be all dragons will do on their turn. So they either put a debuff on you or they convert. And when they do those, that's all they got. So he had all this yellow on the board and he didn't get to convert it because that's not what they do on these 2 turns, which is great. Because what that did was that allowed me to have a chance to use this again. And I'm going to clean up 6 of these. So let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Try to get rid of this because, man, he's got some mana on here. Actually, before I cast that, I probably should have looked at the yellows I could have locked in first, just in case those weren't the ones that transferred from the spell and I could have got them anyway, but oh well. I can get this one. And the rest of them, I'm going to hope I clean up through conversion. We'll see if that works or not with my green generator. Okay, didn't do a whole lot. Let's throw some green out there. Okay, we cleaned up a piece of that yellow here, I think. If I remember right. Didn't really work out exactly how I was hoping it would. There's still a little bit of green on the board and not really going to be a lot of action for me this turn. So let's see what we can do. Let's push this yellow all the way down to the bottom so it's harder for him to match. And I can get a tad bit more purple, but I don't know if I really want to. I hate to match everything I can match all the time because then that just causes more spots in the board to cascade down. And right now I've got all this purple right here, and that's enough to fill this spell, I think. So I don't really think it's necessary to go ahead and push this one over and cause this and those 3 blues to drop too, because then that's 4 more spots that I could possibly drop yellow, and I don't want to drop any yellow right now. I'm really cautious about dropping more yellow because 2 good 3 matches and he's going to fill this spell, and I would like to use this build a little longer. So I'm going to pass on this one right here. Some people would say, just match it, but I'm going to be cautious, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just end turn, see what happens. Hopefully a bunch of yellow doesn't drop in. Oh, he got some. Dadgummit, and that may be enough to put him over right. Yeah, that's enough. Dadgummit. I didn't want this turn to end yet. I wanted to test this build more. It's working nicely. It's just the luck has not been there with me on the yellow drops. I mean, I have been cleaning up the yellow like crazy, and the cascades have just been killing me. So I'm thinking that this is still a good thing. I think I just need a turn with a little more luck. So right now let's get as many skulls as I can get because I want to try to get some more crits, another crit in there before I gotta turn it loose. There's 1 red left, so let's try to convert it. There it went. Let's bump up our crit. And I got 8 turns left. I don't really need a lot of green because this is going to be my last turn. So what I'm going to do, I had one of my people that subscribed to me on my YouTube channel make a comment on my last video that he wishes that I would have let everybody see the stats and where I was at from the whole battle. His name was Dan, and he said, hey, right before you're about to end the battle, why don't you go to the stat screen and let everybody see where, all that work got you to. So I thought that was brilliant, and I'm going to do that because I know that this is going to be my last turn. He's just going to kill the hero once I cycle the board. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, what's the smart play for me? There's no red to convert to skulls by popping this off. and there's no real need for me to have any more green because I'm dead after this turn. So what I'm trying to do is maximize skull production, and if I pop these two off, they're going to have the effect of increasing my critical hit damage and possibly get some more red or something to drop in, and then maybe I can make some more gems. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these off. Okay, there's some red that I can convert maybe. And there's, okay, some yellow, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so I didn't get anything but a chance to convert 2 more with this spell. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this and see if they'll convert to skulls. That one did, so that's 1 more skull to my crit. Oh, here's another greed gem, so let's get that. Okay, there's a couple more red, but there's nothing left I can do to try to convert them. So right here is going to be where I'm going to end up ending. I don't think it'll cycle the board if I get this one, so I'll go ahead and put that one in there. This is where I'm going to end. This is going to be my crit. So what I want to do is I want to let you guys look at my stats to see where I got to during the battle. So power bumped up quite a bit, and that's probably from gear. Not really sure exactly which one did it. Don't really want to spend an hour trying to cipher it out so you guys, the video don't go too long. But this is where, you know, my stats ended up at. With all that work with fine weakness and the greed gems and just the other bonuses that I got going on, I ended up with 139% crit chance and 891% crit damage. I mean, that's crazy. My block and all this stuff is pretty much set by my Citadel, healing boost and all that. And then you can kind of see where my mastery was at for this battle, plus, you know, 821. So it's like 2,000 something. Yeah, I don't know if you really want to see much of anything else. That's the dragon. So I didn't really do any debuffing or anything like that. So there's really no change on him. But for me, this is the sweet stuff you probably... Yep, here we go, timer. Here's the sweet stuff you probably wanted to see anyway. So the timer come up and lets me know that I'm talking too much. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pop this off, and that'll be that. Yeah, let me go ahead and just throw these in just for giggles. I can't resist matching my own color when I can. Can't match that. Can't do nothing with that. Alright, we're down. Let's go. Give me big nasty crit. Okay, that's not as big as I had hoped. I'm not really sure why I'm not getting over 1 million crit. It must be the changes I made in my Citadel or something. But 4.1 million damage is not bad. Had I got better luck with those cascades, I think that this would have been about probably 8 million damage, because I felt like I had a good 3, 4, 5 turns in me. Easy, if it wouldn't have been for those lucky cascades that he kept getting. Man, he was getting a lot of yellow, and I was removing a lot of mana. So I really, you know, feel like I would have done a lot better. But oh well. It is what it is. 4.1 million in one turn with the use of Dark Machinations is a pretty good test, I'm going to say. I'm going to feel like with what I had on and what I had slotted, I think that was a pretty good test, honestly. I'm going to tinker with my Citadel, and then I'm going to take those 2 more turns and test it again. So... anyway, this is Nemodius, and I am very glad that you joined me tonight. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments, just like Dan told me this last video. He gave me a really good idea. Hey, I'm open to your ideas. If you see something you would like to see better or more of, or a different way, or you know, want to teach me something, I'm willing to learn. So please, you know, share your comments with me. And by all means, if you like this content, then please subscribe, because I'm going to make more. So why not, you know, watch it if you like it. But anyway, all right. That is Nemodius, leader of Ashes of Creation Kingdom in Puzzle Quest 3, and I'm out. Have a good night.